Now, I'm sure by the title of this video, you are going to be wondering how is it actually possible to do a guild quest by actually not doing anything? Well, there is a forgotten mechanic in the game called quest commitment, which was added, I believe, somewhere around in 2012, if I'm not mistaken, but it never really got popular, it never really took off as something like, I don't know what was the cause of it, that it is not really used like at all anymore these days. But it's a great mechanic for new free-to-play players, especially because they really can make a good use out of this mechanic. So, what is actually a quest commitment? Now, first of all, you can access it by two ways. You can access it through this magnifying glass icon. Here you can see it says quest commitment. By clicking on it, you can open it. Also, you can open it by coming to the NPC, which is this guy, quest commitment man. And if you click on this quest commit house, you get absolutely same commitment hall window as if you were open this one. Now, how does this work? Here, if you open it, you have the rules, which you can read for yourself, but I'm going to regardless explain them as I go through how the whole thing functions. So, okay, let's get straight into it. Now, first thing to understand is when you do a quest commitment, it only works for the guild quests and it doesn't work for all of them. It works only for a certain quests. And we will get into it right now. As you can see, you have the rules here. In this window, you get to see all the quests that are being released that are acceptable to do. Here also you can see all the guild quests. Those released will be probably specified to only guild members. And here under the release button you get an option which we will go into step by step. Here, as you can see, you get the two options, a quests and a scenario. Now, why are there two options? It's because all of these quests, aside from Ichioid Cave, are related for a cave quest. So this is why there is quest icon, because this is only outside cave quests that you can do. All of the rest are scenario based, as you can see here. West Palace, Peacock River, 7-star stage, and so on and so on. Now, here in this window, you get to see the quests which you pick up. You first have to pick up quests. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna pick up Ichioid Cave, and as you can see, here it appeared as Ichioid Cave clean. If we switch to scenario, you see window is empty. So we go back to quests and we get here Ichioid Cave. Now let's say we pick up Rattan Cave, for example, and if we switch back here to scenario, see, we get a battle in Rattan Cave. Now quests appear over here as commitment, and they first appear once you give them, and you will see that in a second. They will appear probably around this area. Now, for valid time, you can put any time between 1 or 24 hours. You cannot put over 24 hours. If, let's say, I try to put 25, you see it automatically pushes me to 24. Or let's say I try 31, you see it automatically bounced me back to 24. This option is only if you want that only your guild members do it, but I don't really see a point of just limiting to guild members. If you like, again, it depends on a need. You can put it to guild members only, but you don't have to. As a reward, the minimum reward you have to set is a 1 gold. So therefore the fee takes up only 10 silver. Okay, In those 3 slots you can put any reward as it says here. Please put medium emerald, ruby, a group of competition concentration pellet, occult berry, or pit of energy stone. So those are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those are only 5 eligible rewards that you can slot in here. And let's say I give out, I'm going to select scenario, battle in a Rattan cave. I am going to slot in that as quest to give, and I'm going to press OK. Now what's going to happen is here I lost 1 gold. This is commitment, that it's actually a fee that commitment quest takes, which you will get back later once the quest is finished. Quest appears in this slot, as you can see here. It's gonna be in this commitment. It will say here commit, as you can see, and this is only part for a commitment quest. Now if you take the actual quest here, as you can see, you have taken it here, but it transferred not into a regular quest, but it transferred as a commit quest now. So that's also another important notice to take. Now here I'm going to go on my little wizard. I'm going to pretend that he is now a committee for this quest. So here, as you can see, the quest showed up as eligible. So as you can see, battle in Rattan Cave, you can go here into details. It pretty much tells you the whole quest dialogue and explanation and the quest requirement fully. So I'm going to accept that quest, take it, and from a committee side, it takes you 3 gold as a fee until you finish the quest. Later on, you get those 3 golds back in your mail. Same way goes for a committer, only he gets them directly back into the item bag. So I'm going to accept this quest, and here down you get to see which quests you are currently working on. As you can see here, it says ongoing, so nobody else can take this quest. They can see that it's ongoing, but you can't, as you can see, nobody can accept it anymore because you've taken it. If I were to, let's say, go into another of my characters from here, as you can see, quest is ongoing. If I click on it, I cannot accept it, so it's taken. Now since I'm already doing a commitment quest, I might as well grab a regular quest, so pretty much that way I kill 2 flies in one swing. Now we will go to do that, and here you are going to see that here in quest trace you can follow that the completion of both quests works simultaneously. So we gotta go to the Tiger Mountain, I believe. Yep. And we are going to get to do this real quick. Now I would like to thank everybody for watching my previous video and commenting and throwing up a discussion about Mercy and Vigor inlays. You guys have really brought up a really good points with both of those. However, as I've mentioned, it really takes up a lot of testing to be properly judged as which inlay works preferably better where. So my concept of video was just to give you a general knowledge as of where which could work the most optimally. Okay, now let me see the request. What do we have here? Tiger King, Aboriginal Officer, so I can skip a first boss here. So I need a Tiger King, okay. Also, if you have any ideas for any of my future videos, feel free to leave them down in the comments below or PM me personally in game. I'll be more than glad to consider them, and eventually if I find them interesting, I will end up doing them. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my mount here so it's just faster. So if you find this part boring while I do quests, feel free to skip and you can move the video till the part I'm done. Also here you can see that the number of killed mobs work simultaneously, so there is no at all delay as long as the quests are the completely same. So, what was actually my goal here with this video? I know that most of you are going to say, well, instead of doing all that and complicating stuff, you could just dump the gold into your contribution value. However, this video is specifically more based for a newer players to actually use something that's been forgotten and that they probably wouldn't know for like that it even exists. Like I've had literally few people today or few days ago PMing me like, what are you actually thinking by that, because they really weren't aware like how this actually works, as either they didn't go through old patch notes as I did, or they just are new players and they only know how much they ask, because literally everybody, all of the old players are only going to tell you how much you ask. Nobody is going to give you any extra information about anything. And that's probably the biggest problem why so little of players actually understand and fully know the game in the most of its value and how to use it optimally. So that's why I'm making this video, to help literally everybody, from new players, low tier players, pay to plays, free to plays. Like literally I'm trying to cover all the bases of the players that really we understand and optimize the most out of this game, because kind of I really don't want this game to die, and I'm really trying my hardest to also give something to people what they can watch and enjoy. Okay, we are here almost done, and I literally now notice that I need end first boss as well. Ah, damn it. Oh well, I guess we're gonna go back to start and get him done as well. But yeah, I am receiving lately a lot of the compliments for my videos, and also I'm receiving some really good suggestions from my friends to the people that know me for years on this server. So I would like to use this chance to thank you everybody, and just to know I hear you what you want to see from the videos, and eventually all of them will be made. It just takes some time and planning, because for example this video I probably had to do like first or second, but due to new server coming out and the inlay topic discussion being really hot at the time of the last 2 weeks, I really just changed like order of my videos. So that's gonna be probably the case with most of my future stuff that I have planned for this channel. Like, I may promise something that I'm gonna do, but don't hold it for granted, because things are always about to change, as how I feel or how it's the most optimizing to do certain videos, because I try to really get the most out of each video so most of you can enjoy it fully. Okay, as you can see here, we have finished both of the quests. You see here it's done. Also, it's done as a commit quest, which appears here in this slot. Commit quest. This is for a committee giver. That's possible for the quests that are eligible to pick up from a stone or sword. Okay, now we are going to get this done, and here, as you can see, in a system, quest battle in Rattan Cave has been finished. System has returned the 3 gold to you. So the fee that quest took gave us back once we finished the quest. And as you can see, we got a new mail, which will give us a reward. I am thinking of 90 silver, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see now in a second. But yeah, this really does help a lot to new players. Yeah, as you can see, here is a reward of 90 silver, and this one I tested out each Yoid cave just to make sure that everything works properly, so I don't butcher video at any point. And now let's see what's happening from the committer standpoint. As you can see, system says committed quest has been checked, so quest is done, as you can see, and literally I've sat with my monk here all the time. I haven't moved at all, and the quest has been finished. So it took us 90 silver or 1 gold, I think it was 1 gold that took us as a fee, but we got here back 17 silver. So probably doing Rattan Cave isn't the most optimal thing to do, but you can do, let's say, more eligible quests like Ichioid Cave, for example. It gives you, what is this, 4 gold and 10 silver, so pretty much you give 1 gold for not doing anything, yet you get 3 gold and 10 silver back. If you can see now how it's good, you're literally finishing stuff and getting XP and energy for just literally doing nothing. But yeah, here you can see the full lists, what quests are eligible to give as a committer. So you have Battle in Rattan Cave, Snake Cave, Mercy Temple, Laurel Wonderland, Fantasy Palace, Devitcher Cave, 7 Star Stage, and Ichioid Cave. And those 2 quests are for other things that are at quest commitment, so ignore those 2 last. So pretty much the only 2 quests that don't work at quest commitment are Peacock River Cave and West Palace Cave, and the reason for that, I think it's because those 2 quests were added as guild quests like maybe back in 2018 or 2019, I'm not really exactly sure when, but it was like really late in the game. They weren't implemented straight up, so probably as our GMs didn't update quest commitment, which is at this point obvious, like everything is literally working the same as it did on the introduction, that it would be probably the reason why those 2 are not eligible to give as a commitment quest. Okay, I hope that I've pretty much said everything about this. Also, as one more thing, as a quest giver, you can give at most 3 quests per day, so it means you cannot give 3 quests of each of those, only 3 quests total per day. Same way goes for a committee, you also can accept 3 quests max per day. Okay, so I hope that makes sense now. Well, I think that's pretty much it with this video. I hope you found it informative. Of course, if you found this useful, please leave down your ideas and thoughts about it down in the comments below. Also, if you like the content I'm putting out, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, as it really gives me a boost in motivation to do a lot of more interesting and controversial videos in the future that I consider that are probably going to be really good as a debate. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video, and until then, take care. Have a good